Welcome to a new video. In my previous video, I taught you conditioned response theory, which was the second theory of learning. In this video, I am going to teach you the learning by insight theory. So let's start. So this theory is also called Gestalt theory. Gestalt is a German word which means whole, total pattern or configuration or total form. In simple word, it means totality or wholeness of a thing or a situation or something else. The Gestalt psychologists objected to the idea that correct solutions to the problems and learned gradually through the process of trial and error. So, Gestalt psychologists objected to the trial and error theory. They said that trial and error theory is not practical. They believe that it is a mistake to analyze all types of human behavior into large number of specific elements. So, the Gestalt psychologists said that it is not right to analyze the human behavior, the all types of human behavior into a large number of specific elements. In doing so, we ignore the functional relationships between these elements, which in the final analysis determine the meaning of these elements. Gestalt psychologists strongly believe that the configuration of the experience rather than the division into elements. Gestalt psychologists looked at a situation as a whole, not as divided elements. This is their basic philosophy of learning, that when they look at a situation, they don't divide the situation. They see the situation as a whole and then the response comes. They gave example of a man. Configuration produced by the physical relations existing between legs, arms, a head, eyes, ears and various other parts of the body. So they gave example of human body, that human body is configuration of the organs, the internal organs, the external organs, and then you can call it a human body. If you say separately, if you see separately them, you cannot say it is a body, you can say it is an organ. So when a situation comes, you cannot part them, you cannot divide them into elements and say these are the only stimulus, the only cause behind any response. Gestalt psychologists said that no, the specific elements of situation cannot be the cause of response. The whole situation is the cause behind the response, not the element, the one aspect, specific aspect of a situation. This is what Gestalt psychologists said. This is their theory. This proves that the whole is more important than the parts. So learning also takes place as a whole. This theory implies that in the act of learning, we try to grasp the whole situation and then act accordingly to find out the best solution. If you are in a situation and you have to get to the answer, you have to see the situation as a whole, not as parts. We do not begin to make trials without thinking and propounded by the trial error theory. So trial error theory says that we knew the trial error theory says you do trials, you get errors, then you learn from the errors, then try, then if after first error comes, you will gain more knowledge, and like this trial error, and after many trial errors you will get the solution. But Gestalt theory says that first look at the situation as the whole, think what can be the answer, and study the situation, know the situation 100%, then do attempt and get the answer in one attempt, not trial error. This is what Gestalt psychologists coined this theory. Okay, we try to grasp and understand the whole situation first by application of our intelligence and insight, and then by acting the best possible manner under the circumstances, we get the answer, we get the solution. I said this before. Okay, thus learning by insight implies to sudden grasping of the solution, a plus of understanding without any processes of trial error. This is very important. In trial and error, we do trials and we get errors, and after the errors we learn what can be the solution. But in learning by insight theory, you see the situation as a whole, and then you observe the situation, you use your insight, your intellect, then you act, respond to the situation, and get the answer, get the solution, like this. In Gestalt theory, in a learning by insight theory, there is no place for trial error, like Thorndike's method. A proof of this is that almost all discoveries and inventions have taken place all of a sudden through insight. Of course, the inventor possessed a complete knowledge of whole situation. The persons associated with the Gestalt school of Ehrenfeld, Wertheimer, Kohler, Kafka. This is not important. Now we will read a example, an experiment on a chimpanzee, and we can understand from this experiment that how one can look at the situation as a whole, as a configuration, or in a total form, and then by using its intellect, the man can get the solution by one attempt. Let's see. Sultan is a chimpanzee. Okay, Sultan was placed in a cage. The goal, which was a banana, was outside of the cage, beyond his reach. Okay, in the cage there was a stick, but it was not. Oh, no. From here we have to start. Sorry. So Sultan was in cage. Banana was placed in certain distance, which cannot be ordinarily reached by hand of the chimpanzee. A stick was near to Sultan, placed near to Sultan. Then what he did, suddenly Sultan knew about the stick and picked the stick, and by the stick it make the banana close to him, and he got the banana. This is the first experiment. In the second experiment, Sultan was in the cage like before. The banana was outside, beyond the reach of Sultan, and there was a stick, but it was not long enough to reach the fruit. but outside the cage, and outside the cage there was a longer stick which could reach the banana with the shorter one. Like if you push the end one end of a stick into another, it will be jointed and it will reach the banana like this. Okay, the longer stick was uh, outside the cage and the short stick was inside the cage. So Sultan gazed. Suddenly he pulled the long stick into the cage with the short one and then used the longer stick to secure the fruit. In the third, Sultan was given two sticks, neither of which was long enough to reach the bunch of banana. Both sticks cannot reach the banana. But if you fit one stick in another, that will be long enough to reach the banana. So, first Sultan failed to get the fruit by two sticks. He tried both. First one, then second, he tried both and he failed. He started playing with the sticks because he could not get the banana. During the play, two sticks were brought end to end and smaller was pushed into the larger one. So, while playing, he pushed the smaller stick inside the longer stick, which was made like this. They will be fixed, jointed. So immediately, when he knew that this stick became long, he ran to the front of the cage, outside which the banana was there, and he racked the banana in. So, like this, when we read the experiment, what we understand? We understand that the chimpanzee looked everywhere and he looked the situation as a whole, and he looked what thing can help me to get the banana. He gazed everywhere. He observed the situation and he used his intellect, and then he by one attempt he got the goal. So like this the learning by inside theory goes. So the basic theory of learning by inside philosophy says that look at a situation as a whole, don't see it in parts or in elements, don't divide them, the situation, look at it as a whole, and then observe the situation and use your intellect, and by responding from the in first attempt get your goal. This is what the gestalt psychologists said in their theory. So I think you all are well understood about learning by inside theory. This is the picture here. First there was a stick, he got the stick and he pulled the banana in like this. In the second experiment, like this, there was two sticks, one was longer, he took one and he got. In the second attempt there were two sticks but both cannot reach that and he fixed, when while playing he got two of them fixed with each other, and then he observed that this can reach the banana because this became longer than both the sticks. Then he got the banana with the jointed sticks. So I think you all are well understood. So this was the end of theory of learning chapter, 9th chapter. So in my next video I will teach you the motivation in learning, which is the 10th chapter of 12th education. If you liked the video, then like, share and subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed yet. press the bell icon, because this type of videos will come, and by pressing the bell icon you will get the updates. Share with your friends. Thank you for watching.